And then let's start a Vod review. Okay.
Wait, did you just stop watching?
Yes.
Yeah, damn it.
Why? What happened?
I had a fun snipe.
Nice.
No more deadlock talk.
Okay.
Fucking Ilios. Let's talk comps. Log, you said you want to play the cast comp here? Like, why though?
It works. Like, we can force point. We don't have to fight their high ground ever. Because fighting their high ground takes so much setup.
Yeah, but they have to do the same setup to fight ours. No.
Not really, because they have hazard.
He does have an easier time. And
That's
he pressures
easier, but it's
more.
not better. I feel like ball is 10 times better.
It's way faster, and we have nobody who can retake the space from him unless their backline disappears.
But our comp should disappear the backline.
We did. I think there's ways we could have played it better, but also like my rotate to start or to get on their high ground on Tracer takes a really long time if we don't have high ground control already.
Yeah, but like, that's true. I feel like Winston's probably better here. But I think that Hazard in this comp is not very good in general. But I think Cass would shut this comp down very easily. I don't disagree. Because if I'm thinking about it like logically, Cass would obliterate the Hazard. Can really counter both of the DPS pretty easily. But the problem is you have to mark everything. Like, do you really think that you're going to be able to mark everything here? Because you kind of have to. You have to kill the Echo. Because if you're not, it's really only like Tracer.
I don't necessarily have to kill the Echo, but I keep her at bay by existing.
That's kind of true. I mean,
the trace, like everything is harder for them if we have a Cass. Yes. It's not necessarily that I am going to be able to do everything.
But with the comp, you are expected to do it. That's the whole point of the comp. If we're going to play the Cass Diva comp, you are expected to do everything. That's the point of the comp. If you can't do everything, then we shouldn't play it. And if you can't deal with this whole front line, then, like, your backline will die first, and we will lose.
Yeah. Like, I think with the Cass comp, at least we sacrifice even needing to take our high ground.
I mean, that's the whole point of the comp, right? Is that we just, I mean, it's just shake cages here. I feel like, actually, though, I'd argue that it is better on this point to just play point with the Cass comp. Because that gives our Tracer space to roam around. Gives us the same, like, angle ability. Like, here. It's still difficult to flank us. The only big thing is back here. With the, like, Echo coming back. But I'd argue, like, most comps can't super deal with us if we just play point. On Lighthouse. I like the Cass comp here, but I hate playing cages. Because I feel like we just lose. Like, we just take the TP left side, and we speed. Like, we TP over here, and speed down these stairs, do this way, and get the point. I think that's the fastest way. Though it might be to just go this way, actually. I'm not sure. But regardless of which way we go, I think that TP here, go boom, 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 to point, or boom, 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 to point. I think that's, like, optimal, because if we take cages, the problem, like, we experienced it, the problem is point taking. Plus, I think also our Diva benefits from this high ground, and, like, being able to, like, weave in and out of it a lot. So, I think that's what we should do. Because the other thing is, what happens is, when they set up, so, they actually have a way better TP than us. Wait, where? Where are they TPing?
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3,
Options.
2, 1.
Okay, they TP there, and we TP here.
It's because of the staircase being on the other side, so.
No, it'd be the same. This TP angle is the same on both sides, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They just do it better. So.
Well, they went to the staircase, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but
like
we also want to go to the staircase. We just want to get the
I know, but we didn't TP to the staircase, we TP'd like on the other side. It's not the same exact angle.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we are always ending up, we're trying to get to this, like, both the high grounds first. That's our goal. I think this TP is so much better. We should do it. Log, you see? Logan?
Yes.
Do you see the TP?
My mic did not pick up my
Yes, right here. TP like right in front of the stairs. You want to see the exact angle?
No, I see it.
Okay.
Like, you just have to, like, walk further onto the platform than I usually walk.
You kind of have to.
I normally just, like, barely step out and place it.
Yeah. Because they beat your back line to the race for height. And then also, they set up, like, on bridge. Which I think we should try to stop. Like, I walked out too far. I gotta just hold bridge here. Because realistically, what angle are they diving from? First, here, stuffs us in a choke. Here, gives us this angle, and back into here, play the point. So, we should do that, Jake. We should play this bridge, because if we get, like, if they're playing a dive comp, like this, on the Lokes.
They just stuff us in there.
Yeah. I mean, it isn't even that bad, and to then get pressured and play in here. Because you still have an angle up here, like over here.
Yeah.
It's not the best angle, but you have one. Versus getting in here and then like trying to see their high ground through the penis, like it's impossible. You may like you don't even really have a good angle. Like here is probably your best angle actually. Like the hazard I think is actually pre-walling your angle. Maybe? Or he fucked up his wall. I don't know which one. Cause I just get fucking naded trying to walk out, take the space, and it's impossible. So. Yeah.
The objective is now active.
Hazard. I love the hazard hero.
I mean, you just get out. But yeah, I mean, we're not really even set up to go yet. Also, you should like not always go from this high ground. I feel like, especially like, you were there before we were even respawned. Like all of us, like we're, like you're over here. Like you probably had time to set up this way and just go this angle instead. Because like sometimes it's fine to go from here, but like I mean you experienced it. They have the hazard to mark you. I mean, you just get owned because you're trying to go from main. We should sometimes set up a different angle. Their tracer gets owned. Their echo gets owned. I get owned. They're like counter flipping. Oh, I get nade it or ulted. Did you triple blink over? I think maybe And only 2 blinks, okay.
وريهم قوتك.
Okay. Stagger fight. Stagger. Death.
Adaptive circuit engaged.
I use 2 ults like really quick before we have ults even set up. Play kind of fucks up his rollout. He forces point. We're super zoned. They drop. This is good. But we're so far back.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
In the fight, we're pretty cleanly. We only dropped 2 ults for their 4. So we're like, okay. That was a good engage. Like here on this re-engage log, I'd say like you probably shouldn't start here. You should try to start like here maybe, or like over here to flank them. Because like from here you're just going the same way our ball is gonna go and our Echo's gonna go, like all on this angle.
I kind of disagree. I think our ball and echo should go from a different angle because they have the opportunity to do that. I only have the opportunity to either engage from staircase or there.
I mean yeah, but do that like
Like it takes me the
Hello.
entire like look how long it takes me to rotate to get there. I think playing the other way leaves me really exposed. Like playing under towards the mega that you were pointing towards.
okay.
It's still a long rotate with no like health pack availability to get from that like backline rotate to their staircase. So it takes a while. I need to like start creeping when they're like walking up there.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
it seems this is why I'm kind of hesitant. I think it's really hard for me to play Tracer and engage on their high ground, especially when they have point control.
I mean yeah, but we have point control.
Right now, but that's why I felt like I was struggling most of the time that they had point. It's because I can't set up where I am currently at, and to go all the way to
could
their spawn
also-
to come up the staircases also takes a really
You
long
could just
time.
start here, use the mini this way. I'd see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That takes a long time.
This is what I see like every pro tracer does. Like goes this way, this angle, and like this exact mirror comp. They go from here or from over here. I've seen like countless times that they do. They either use the pack here.
I don't doubt that they do this because this is the only way that you can engage the high ground. I was just saying that engaging the high ground is difficult.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. I'm not disagreeing. It's hard, but like you gotta do it at some point, in some way. No, like
I don't know if it's essential. I think I maybe could have played this better just by forcing point.
you want to force point.
Like,
I mean,
if
I'm
they,
not disagreeing. Like, that's,
assuming they have point control,
I mean, that's fine with me.
I have
I'm
two
not
options: either
I'm not
path
disagreeing.
in their
Sure.
backline,
No, sure.
or take a yeah. So
No, sure. For
right
sure.
now, I'm saying no.
Like, what I'm not disagreeing. Like I think that like if they have point, like say we're flipped in this way, and you're the
Yeah.
tracer wherever the tracer is. I actually can't find them. Anna Brig, yes, the tracer was over here. Did she just die? She's still in spawn. I don't know. Like I don't disagree. You could force point. Like that's good. You can also like blink over here. If they're holding that. It depends on how they're holding. Really, I feel like.
use the arrow you just drew.
What? From like this window, the window up here, from this way?
Yeah.
Then you go this way, or like here this way. I don't know. You just
No,
take,
okay.
you take height from high ground.
Oh, okay.
You go up here.
Yeah, you just drew the arrow in the opposite direction of what I would have expected.
No. Well, regardless, I think. Well, I'm talking about if you're attacking. So say you're this team's tracer.
Yeah.
You get this way. Technically it's this way, but whatever. But yeah, if we're attacking point, like I don't. You can go point. Like I think that's always a very valuable option. The biggest thing is that we have to be aware of the fact, like G-Man and Blake can just like duo dive. Like you don't always have to be there to do something. Forcing point is doing something. That's the biggest thing, is that everybody has to be doing something at some point during our dives. We have to do them fast, and everybody should be doing something. Generally, that either means point, peel, or attack. Those are the only real options. And, like, the peel can be the attack, like with the class comp. I think a lot we need to, on Lighthouse, I think that we should, like, it should always be somebody forcing point. So we, like, engage, and then they flip. And G-Man peels, dies, Blake's dead.
وريهم قوتك.
And then we just kind of lose eventually, I assume. Winning. Oh no, we see 9. Nobody touch. Damn. Well, yeah, I think a major part of this was just we let them flip there, and we could have just been racking percentage. I feel like Logan, you kind of have to be point bot on this map.
I think this, like, the flip happened right after we went for our engage, so
Yeah.
I didn't have the utility to do both. To fight a hazard on point.
That's fair. I think thus with that being a problem, I think we gotta just manage point, like, whoever's not engaging. Like, I don't feel like everybody should always be hard engaging. Whoever's not engaging needs to manage point. I feel like Tracer should be doing that the most, though. And I understood you were going in, but I feel like you should be point managing a lot on that character.
Score 1-0.
Especially on Lighthouse. I mean, you should just said, like, it's like a whole problem of the character on the map. So what do we do here?
Ready for
Skip ahead, skip ahead, skip ahead. Do we just run the same thing? Yeah, and the other team swaps to evil comp. So I think this is the biggest problem with the double flex. But they can always just go hit scan. Like, and it just, like, Echo is just very hard.
the objective is now active.
So we get 1, we get 2, get 3, 4. Quick, easy win. Just a good dive. So here,
Blake needs to set up on high grounds more.
first and
ball.
foremost, like the way we should be setting up to attack here should be like this and this are the points of death. These are when they walk forward. My Ana throws nade. It hits one of the 2 spots wherever they walk. If somebody gets anti, Blake comes from this way. Echo comes from either height, or just like here, I guess. But then you have to force your or even maybe here, because then you're still on a different angle than Blake, but you're coming from the same spot. And if you get pressured, you can have Blake set up for a fight. So probably just set up here. And then Logan likes to play the mega, because mega side equals flank. And so depending on which way they go, Blake maybe even just set up like, maybe even just like, I don't know, if you're feeling yourself enough, you set up here, go up here when they start to walk, and then slam the other way. But that's like kind of a techie way of doing it. But yeah, the main thing is we just need to go here and here, because we want our Ana not on low ground. The problem is that what happens is every time, oh, fuck. Okay, like Ana always feels like she can't see the fight, because we like to engage on this comp here, which is like not the choke we can fight when we are trash can. When we are when we're on this, like on a backline, the on a big backline, because we want to set up here. This angle's so W core, because you can. I mean, it's kind of hard to see the angle that you want. Like, you can see it right here really well. You can't quite see here as well, but thus you kind of let them walk into here to dive, I guess, then, based on that sight line. So you actually want to, you kind of want to let them in a little more. So if they walk this way, dive them here. If they walk this way, kind of let them into here, because here your Ana still can't really see. But once they're in like this line, they're almost always an Ana line of sight. Thus, when you dive, you are an Ana line of sight. But when we dive back here, you're never in line of sight of Ana. Thus, you can never be healed. Thus, life sucks. Also, this kind of matchup is when I should not be on Brig, because I do a whole lot of air this whole fight. They're just like, their only dive is a Genji. He can never cross this great expanse. Thus, Genji is bad. But me on Brig gives him an opportunity to actually target somebody who isn't across the great expanse. I'm also a vulnerability. So, this is why the Lucio play is played here, because I can just play to peel my Ana, but I can also like exist and do damage and like be valuable. Plus, Beat is a better ult than Rally. Yeah, we let them in. Nice. But Blake is like not at all set up to go in. The other thing is that Blake, you should always come in from behind them. I watched a video by Ball Player about this, that you should try to
Blake is no longer here.
He's wanting to watch the video.
Recording.
Oh,
video.
gotcha.
Blake's always gotta go from
My bad.
this way and like try to boop them, like especially imagine they all walked this way, like all 5 of them. What you could do is you could roll in and slam, but then, oh no, you don't have roll to do all the damage then. Or, on the other side, you could walk this way, roll through and up, and then pile drive. And then you get all the roll damage, displace every player, and pile drive. And I don't know exactly what you're going to do here, but you just kind of don't even use a cooldown. You come in front of them, you just kind of use a lot of CDs, but you don't actually do a whole lot with them. You don't cause any displacement. You cause them to look at you, but like, that's gaming for OAP type shit. Like, you don't need to you need more than just looking at you. And cooldowns, you need to get kills. Like, you didn't actually set up any, still has not been a slam. Logo gets a kill because he's goated. First slam, gets a guaranteed kill. But, like, we did not slam there for, what, like 20% without...
I think he tried to go with the first fireball, but the problem is that since he had to use grapple to get to the slam,
like you could,
then he had to immediately just walk away.
What you could do is start here, and you could just crawl mode, walk up these bricks. You do not need ball to do that. Walk up these bricks, and if they come this way, slam them, or you could just watch them. Like, you can eagle eye them. Technically, he also commented about scouting. Not wrong. We do need to calm, but like, we don't want to super peek them. Echo, pretty good for scouting. Logan only set up here or here. So he should be able to see when they walk through. If they're walking this way. And if they're not, you should be able to hear them over here. I would think. But also you could just sit up here and look at them. You can be scout report gamer. You have 8 trillion health. Logan has 4.
And a third person mode.
Exactly. And a third person mode. You could look around the corner
It-
here, right here.
80.
Trash can. Okay. But yeah, I mean, like, you get a good slam, but it's just incredibly late. And we need to be engaging, like, quickly on the ball character. So you're set up good here, but then you drop for, like, no reason. And, like, you're still low ground. You roll in from the front. Don't get any damage with fireball. We hit a big nade, though, because we engaged on again, this angle. Hit a big nade. This should be both backlines dead. Should be an insta-fight win. And boom. Easy fight win. And, yeah, Logo dies. How will Logo die? Question mark?
Hey. Go watch my perspective if you want to see how I die. I thought for sure I ran away far enough that the ram punches would not possibly be hitting me. But holy range!
I mean, you died with 2 blinks and a recall. You're taking that risk.
Yeah, I also thought we had this pack, but it is hacked. Which sucks.
It is, in fact, hacked. We did call this swap sombra, so I do know that.
Yes.
But yeah, that is gross. But still, can't be dying there. Okay, this engage is a little late, even without Logan. We don't need to. Like, hold on. Let's see.
When we lose one, we need to play fast.
So here
Or perish.
we are on tank. Tank, not good target for dive. We do have Echo, which gives it a little bit of validity, but they're Ram. They're not on Winston. They're not on, like, Hazard that we can actually just obliterate because they used, like, 1 cooldown. Ram has the whole block, and we have nothing to do about it. Plus, we have Nado, we have Mines. We could just engage here. Again. Because, again, we're fighting point. Our Ana's too far up, our Brig is too far up. We're just, like, we're in the zone of death and destruction. We should lose this fight off this raw engage setup. Because my Ana is so forward. My Brig is so forward. Though low-key, I kind of want to play here now on Brig. But I'm not sure. I still don't know where to play on Brig in this comp.
This engage is probably just because we recognize it's like stagger fight. They're just trying to touch. So we engaged on the first thing that we saw.
It can just,
But-
like, that's fine. It just can never be tank. We can engage on the other 4 people. It's not tank. Don't engage on tank first.
I've been invited to a group by MK Carson. Decline.
Because
Wow.
look at this guy. Imagine if we were set up like we were in the fight before and we needed this guy and slammed him. Death. Insta fight win. One of the closest ults they have, one of the best ults they have. We will insta win this. This won't be a close map anymore. There's no chance of this fight being real. We will not. There will be nothing. Nothing will happen.
Carson.
Instead, we mines point. Again, we could mines here, forcing them into another choke and then having easy dives.
IMK Carson.
Like, we do kill Ram through, like, luck, because he's garbage and, like, ints.
A power Genji.
But, like,
Noob
if
down.
he soft touched point there and just chilled, they probably would have won this. Luckily, we spam ults and win. But, I mean, like, that was not a guaranteed win. They play a little better there, and they probably clutched that up. So, it was a good win, but we could definitely be playing that better. We need to... Jake, don't leave your post. That is your perimeter, and your perimeter is you. Never leave it.
Understood.
The Freya makes you kind of want to sometimes drop down. Like, hold on, let me go back. So sometimes maybe when they were on Freya, maybe you want to go from like here the whole time to like here and play the stairs, and maybe you take this rock a little bit, play up here, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, don't leave this area. This area is safe. You have this cover. You have natural cover. You're fine. In theory, you'll have a Brig or a Lucio to carry you as well. you know, I'm varying levels of good on this point, but especially if they're playing dive mirror, I will just sit here and do nothing but protect you, because otherwise I fucking didn't build an ult here. Like, I'm useless. This whole point makes me useless. And then Blake, try to roll through more. Here, let me pull up the notes. Let's pull up notes. Blake, roll through from behind.
OUGH.
Mine's backline. What now?
THROUGH.
T.
I don't get it.
You spelled through wrong. It's the wrong through.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I thought you were
THROUGH.
acronyming. I didn't look at the screen.
You're right. You're right. Mine's back. Roll through from behind. Mine's backline.
I low-key thought a new acronym
No
was
fight
dropping.
Tank. Yeah, actually NFT just dropped. No fight tank.
Let's go. I finally know
On
the
ball.
meaning.
This is a specific ball rule, and it is generally no fight tank means no engage on tank. Like, don't engage on it. It's not an only rule, but again, every rule has exceptions. But no fight tank. It's just a general rule of thumb that will be true 80% of the time. Then Logan, don't die to punchy form, I guess. And that's kind of the only mistake you made. Otherwise, I think you played fine. And then try to set up on high grounds. Blake, just as an in general rule for tank, if you can start high ground, start high ground. Like,
An easy way for Tracer to get that high ground? Maybe.
this one? Yeah, you could just go from right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then you can go
I
from
forgot.
here. You can start here. You could start on this high ground.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking is, like, I don't really like starting the Mega area because, especially when they have the Genji, because he could just, like, fight me there.
Yeah, just
Keep me.
there, up here. And then you're fine. And, like, I personally think that's a bit risky because you're kind of peeking something. But you could always sit in the bushes and hide and hope and pray.
I feel like the bushes are it's even riskier.
It is. Not tough to say. You could. Anyway. Boom. Alright, well. Okay. So, I mean, I think we do this pretty well. But dive setup, again, take Lighthouse on the characters that can. Because you either are going to dive along this angle for free, or you can just wrap. I think Tracer does a lot of good on this map. With just wrapping a fuck ton. And just taking long angles to set up. In general, I think Garrett could kind of play like here on the Lokes, because you can actually just jump over here and sticky and not even use fly, and you kind of have an engage angle. Here. You can kind of see everything. It's not the worst thing, but the main thing is that what's gonna happen here with this comp, they're playing the Hazard Echo Tracer again. The main thing is that if we both set up here, I think what we should do, Jake, is try to rotate outside in this mirror and try to play in here. The reason is because the Echo actually kind of struggles to get in on us over here. And
The only thing I would think about there is that Ana has an easier nade angle there.
Ana can see this angle. You know, obviously we are the low ground, so it is harder for us. But like currently, there's no boop threats. Number one, no boop threats, except for like maybe Hazard. Hazard is technically 2 boops, but there's not like major boop threats. Basically, there's the small ones.
We're probably not getting booped.
Second, we can actually like just sit in here and kind of be safe for a while. Because Echo will struggle to get in without just dying to these 3. The main thing is that if we do this risky play, we need everybody to look Echo. Echo needs to die first. But also we could just stay here. Here's fine. Thing is, it's really hard to hit nades unless we have a lineup. So we might want to find one. If
Yeah, let's go. I'm going. Boom. You know what? Fuck it. I'm finding the lineup.
You know, just crouch
Let me
to
log on.
something. I don't know.
I'm gonna just line up with the back wall, and then throw a nade at the frickin' sky, or line up with the front. I'll figure it out.
But yeah, main thing is just set up over here on the ball, because a lot of teams will not will play some stupid comps here. We played like an honest team here,
Round 3. Capture the objective.
as honest as Hazard is. So their Hazard set up really fast right here, and he's actually pretty punishable due to their whole team being here. But like punishable in a way of like, my Ana and my Echo should shoot this Hazard. We should not just let him live here and look for
I think I
engage.
was.
Like we gotta keep him pressured. Cause look at where they're set up. They're set up in the stupid angle.
I think do I not anti-brig? I think I do.
We get an anti on the Brig has.
The objective
Brig should
is
die.
doesn't die.
Brig does not die. This is troll.
That was my fear with the positioning though.
Yeah, I mean it's not the worst. It's not the worst fear. The big problem is right now. I hate that we're Echo over here. Why do we not play Lighthouse? Why not play the really easy angle of dive this way, fly up, your Ana can see you? Why are we here? Like, if anything, Tracer should be here. Tracer should be like playing these minis. So I think Echo should take height. It's not the worst thing for you two to take the same angle. It's just like you can't engage from the same angle, but you could start from the same spot. Same thing with the ball. But the main thing is, I think that everybody on the dive team should start here. Unless you're Tracer, and then like low-key you can also start this angle. But I don't think I hate the fact that my Echo is just on top of me doing nothing. Cause like you can never engage. You're perma-marked. Like just drop from behind them. Then this guy dies. This guy dies. This guy can die. Like, don't play Sniper Echo. Don't play Sniper Echo.
But she just got her weapon spread buff.
Because I think what happens here. Let's see. F7, F8. Let me see. So you use
Securing the
fly.
objective. Mobilize
Yeah,
here.
you kind of do fine.
Enemy lost. Melted down.
No, you fuck up your fly.
Yo, I got the money lineup on my first
get your
try.
shit
I don't
off
even
brand.
need lineups.
But like you're out of LOS of your Ana. Like you gotta engage from over here somehow. Cause like your engage is fine, but the angle you do it at is like you're getting walled, you're getting fucked. Versus if you're over here, you do that same thing but pressure here, pressure this way, pew 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 pew, fly over here, and your Ana can see you. And peek your Ana. Or if you need to, you can go around and get the mini. Fly up here, pew 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 pew. You could also fly here, pew 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 pew. Shoot the break. Again,
Fuck.
this is kind of another situation where I feel like I can't do anything. I hate playing Brig on this map. It feels so useless. The other thing is they get map control here really early. Wait,
The hazard's just faster at
The
setting up.
objective is now active.
what do you mean the
Just
hazard?
walk straight forward.
Wait,
It's
The
true.
ball has to go around.
what do you mean? That doesn't make sense. That's not logical. There are 30 seconds
Well,
before
that
the
could
point
be.
of grace. Yeah, sure. Sure. So 20 seconds in, Hazard is here. We probably can be here by 10. We should be set up by like 10. So 12 seconds. Where are we? Ball set up over here. Why am I fucked? We're set up here. Tracer set up here. Where's Echo? Echo's here. We are all set up to touch point. Anybody on our team can touch point.
I don't know. We just arrived at these locations. I don't think this is set up. This is... We just use util. We have to wait for the next util cycle.
We are already engaging. What do you mean you're waiting for next? We already engaged. Or we're poking. Like,
what?
We have 10 seconds,
I am
man.
using...
10 seconds! You're saying in 10 seconds we can't have util to fight point. To try to not
Roll the
let them,
tape.
to not let them have free cap space.
Go back 7 seconds, roll the tape. We just got here.
Yes, so we're all here. 7
You're
seconds.
just saying, like, the 10 seconds when the point does unlock, we re-engage on point.
Yeah, like...
Not immediately, but that's what he means.
You're saying so in 15 seconds...
I thought you were saying, like, oh, we're all here. Why have we not already engaged? It's like, we just got there.
No,
He's just saying
we have
wait a
15
little.
seconds. 15 seconds until point unlocks. Why is it that we give them the free cap? Like 10, 8, 7, 6. We're engaging backline. 4, 3, 2, 1. We get a good ante. We don't kill anything.
The objective
Points
is now
points unlocked. And my two best point controllers are here. Blake touches, kind of gets forced out. Echo doesn't touch. Tracer doesn't touch. And now it's like we should win that. We need to win this fight like now. We should if we don't have point, if we don't have angles, what are we doing? Like I'm just saying, the setup was.
I think this is what we are trying to do. Like Lake and I are clearly, well, for the most part, we're trying to kill backline, which I'm sure you would agree is more important than capping first. As long as it happens quickly.
As long as we kill backline, like this fight goes on though for like 30% before like.
Yeah, I think the problem is that we switch targets.
Sure, I mean.
We engaged on backline, and then I see we're on Hazard a little bit later for some reason.
So here, we used all our util. We failed to kill the brig. I think that the information the brig is anti either wasn't conveyed or was not cleared importantly, because this guy should die
the objective
like
is
already.
now active.
Like nobody is set it to go backline though, to go on the brig when they're anti. Like I think the biggest problem here is that again, Echo's over here. Ball set up, but is going from the front again. Again, just start here, or here, and slam backline. We do not need to use our fireball so early. You could start here, and grapple slow without using the cooldown here, and then fireball right here. I don't care. Just micro-wise, don't use fireball to engage, especially not from the front. But we use slam. Our nade's a little late. But why are we not going in? Log? Question mark.
7 seconds. Watch my perspective.
Sure.
I probably just got spooked by Hazard.
So you see nade. I feel like the comm needs to be like somebody should have seen the brig was anti, right? Like
I did call it.
If Jake called it, then I mean, again.
The objective is now active.
The hazard's pretty low. Here, I mean, again, flip happens, that's fine. But we shouldn't waste all our health bar on touching. Just win fight. Like, we let them flip for nothing. Nothing. So, my Ana has nade.
Close your eyes. Help me. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
this is just like a lot of bad communication. We just need to be on the right target. You're not wrong. Because if Brig was anti there, I don't know why Log doesn't just whip. Go in.
I clearly backed up to change my engage angle. I think because I was feeling like you weren't over there.
And Blake was right here. He was kind of rolling away. He did say he needed to chill. That was probably why.
If it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's just
2v3 over here.
I
Their
mean,
hazard's peeling, so...
this is not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the previous fight.
Well, but when the brig got purpled, the hazard is peeling for ball.
I think it all comes down to the same thing, though. Echo needs to be here. You could be here, here. Ball dies from here. Comes in, slams. Then nade comes after. I think that just needs to be a little more synced. Then when nade comes out, we full commit and go in.
Yeah. Very long story short. We just need to, like, set up and engage on same target.
More same spot. I think the target, yes, matters, but we need to engage
Sure.
from the right spot. Like, where are we setting up for? Because I think what needs to happen, you know, from all this talking, first things first, we need to calm the fact that they're going main. This should indicate to the Echo that instead of setting up to go over on the back line, she needs to go around. This rotation happens. Our ball already set up here, then doesn't need it the wraparound to roll through and try to boop them, which is what you should do if they're set up here, by the way. But if they're, or like roll in and slam them, it doesn't really matter how you do it. Just in some way, go from like over here, from over here to over here, and then over here to over here. And then Tracer, who should probably be here, or like maybe here, needs to start wrapping as well. I think the biggest problem was that Echo didn't wrap first, but there needs to be clear communication of where we're engaging from. So, on this point, here's what we're going to calm. We're doing this dive comp. What we're going to calm is either they're going height or they're going low ground. That's it. It's that simple. If they're, for some reason, all left side, we can call their low ground left side. But this is the main low ground. Or we can call they're going coast side or, you know, point or, you know, something to indicate over here. Versus this is high ground. So that's what needs to happen. Everyone should be on the idea of anybody on our team should be able to identify where they're moving to. Because I think scouting is a big thing in dive that we are not doing. And everybody can calm this. This is not an exclusive thing. But one of the biggest things in our setup needs to be where are we diving to? I think that's what I've think. So set up call angle long before going on it. Call rotations based on the angles and execute on a 3-2-1 together. Okay. So now we're contesting. Blake manages to get a big pick. If he can live, this is huge. What we want to do probably is the thing is that their Ana is not set up here. We know this. So we probably want to counter engage main. Because their hazard is controlling height, and if we cannot push him off, we do not go here. This angle is like dead. For now. We could go cages if we wanted as a backline. Wherever we want to go, we have to decide quickly. And since we've already done this angle, it's kind of dead. Into like a hazard comp or a super mobile comp, we can't just set up in the same angle because they'll start setting up to stop our setup. So we've done step 1 of the initial setup. The next step in our dive comps needs to be follow-up setup. So here we decide we go height. The Haz actually isn't contesting us here. We know that they're bottom. We've set this up before. Blake, you're going early. Your Ana's not in position for nade. And you literally explode because of it. You did not give us enough time to set up. You went early. That's just a fact. The pulse was trash. It was a big kill.
JK. Lamau.
Dropping is trash. Literally gives their tracer a free pulse. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, so we swap Winston. Honestly, I don't really get it. Question mark. I feel like Winston is worse into this comp, no? Like, I feel like Winston's just gonna get owned by Hazard. Like, what they're doing right now, and I don't know if we've identified it yet, is that their Haz in this map has literally all he's done is back jump and counter dive, and he's on Hazard, so it's okay.
I think if I'd had to guess what Blake is feeling, it's that he's having a hard time rolling against Brigana, when really we just need to engage from a high ground first, like start the lighthouse high ground or something. So
slam here.
I think we've beaten this point out though. So I get the monkey swap in that context. He can block more util from their supports.
Yes.
And enable his DPS.
Yeah, okay.
Without dying for it.
This is fair.
Tear it down!
Okay, they press 3 Qs, we press 1. We lose. This makes sense. This is logical. Trader Tracers. They'll be back pretty much the same time. We now do not have time to wait for Tracer setup.
Adaptive circuit engaged.
Do we not touch?
On a hazard.
We lose logo and then we just don't touch. Okay. I think main points from that map, just, you know, this. So far. Roll through from behind. Don't fight tank. Call better. Call the engage a little more clearly. Apparently we lose circuit. I don't believe that.
I think it's probably really tough to play ball into.
Well, actually, no, we don't lose
on a break hazard.
It's the scrim code going because we held them at second, I think.
We held them.
Wrong?
We held them third, like mid third, and we held them mid second, and then we capped mid.
Yeah, and
third.
then we didn't cap, but it gives them 3 points, so that's why we lost.
Okay. What'd you say, Logan?
It's probably just really hard to run the ball into on a break hazard, because if the hazard just decides to peel for the ball, then he can cut off like exit rotates with his wall, and there's just too much util to deal with.
This is true. It's hard, but like,
because even rolling through, like you said, roll through on ball. I can't think of a way that you can for free actually get util out without dying to it. Rolling through or slamming, they both kind of fucking suck.
I mean, it sucks.
It's really hard.
But what do you want to run instead on that map? Like,
I don't know.
Like, I think that a good thing to run into that comp would have been JCL on frickin' Well. I think Well could have gone crazy. Maybe even on Lighthouse, too. But I feel like the
I
ball
think
is.
for future,
I mean,
we should not try to force that comp into that back line plus Hazard, which is, I think, one of the most, probably top 3 capable tanks of dealing with ball. So,
I somewhat agree that it's hard to run ball there. I honestly think there we could just swap the Hazard, like, truthfully, just play Has v Has. Like, I don't know. I think the main thing about swapping comp there is that we can't, like, on that map, dive is just so good. Like, dive is such a valuable thing, and then we basically have to play an anti-dive comp into their already kind of anti-dive
man.
comp. You know what I mean? They're like dive anti, like they're super. They can do either thing because Hazard is broken and ugly.
it does it all.
Lobby admin.
Yeah, that's just my issue. If it feels like ball is not able to do a lot, it's probably just because it's really hard for him to engage.
I mean, I think it's partially that for sure, but I also think that we're just not engaging very well.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
just.
I think yes, for
the
sure.
fact is that it is hard to engage really well because all these things need to line up very perfectly. Like the nade needs to hit, we need to be synced timing wise. It's just a difficult comp to run. And against that comp.
I mean,
It requires a really high level of execution compared to the Hazard comp, which does not.
Somehow jumps on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Walls off
Like,
your exit path.
It's a very good comp. It just is a lot more contingent on your team executing it incredibly well.
I think I don't disagree, but I think to a degree we should still try to play it.
I'm not saying we should play it. I'm
strive
just
to
saying.
be that execution.
Well,
But
yeah,
I don't disagree
think we should
in
keep
that screen we
practicing it.
probably should have just swapped to JCL. I think into the Has right now we can give it like 2 fights at most. But if we're playing the Has on a brig, just swap JCL. That shit's gonna fry. It's gonna fry that shit.
Also, just the hardest part about that comp on a control map specifically is once they have their setup, I think it's just that much harder for us to engage. Because it's harder to take their supports out of their nice, comfy zone, like inside of Lighthouse, and the Hazard keeps our supports from peaking too heavily to actually support our engage. So
That is true.
for this, like for this specific situation,
For like, you know, the general
we should have
an
swapped.
anti-dive
I think in
backline.
general we keep running it.
Yeah, I agree with this. So,
get some
JCL
water
into annoying into annoying counter dive. Because it's not really anti, it's counter dive. They're counter diving us. So, because then we can instead of counter diving, we force them to try to dive us, because there's nothing to counter dive. You're just gonna jump on a tracer, and so we're forcing the counter dive comp to dive, which is not what it wants to do. It wants to blow up the Winston comp. So then we run JCL, and we own it. Then if they try to go to some brawl shit, we can just shift the comp into a Hazard comp. And shift Logan from cast to an easier hit scan, probably Freya. Okay. Because I want us to perfect Ilios. We like to run Ilios. We want to run Ilios. So I feel like we should spend a lot of time on it and trying to perfect it. As much as it is kind of a, you know. We spend a lot of time on Ilios, but it's because I want us to get better at it. Okay, I think we actually remember, I think I remember Kings. We're going to go through it quickly. As quick as I say quick is. I said that about most maps. But I think most of the thing is that our execution has to be Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be solid.
Way too early.
I remember what we have to do again is to let them through this choke let their tank and their backline try to walk through the choke, and anti them when their backline starts walking. And this comp is actually kind of difficult because I think what a smart team will do is speed through the choke and either run through lighthouse or run to this side. So like, what do they do on their attack? Like they take the space. I feel like they just kite that pretty well.
They weren't really even in. They didn't commit at all.
Yeah, but now they're
went
using
50
CDs, and we don't have nade.
We're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just.
They capitalized on the lack of nade pretty
Yeah.
quick. I think the main thing though that needs to happen there is sure, you know, we fuck up our nade, but we can't be scared to engage without it, because we back up and give literally infinite space and they walk at our Genji kill. They take all the resources. So if we're gonna miss our nade, you know, and not capitalize on the kill, we should expect them to run in, and we should then counter dive here, because they're just fucking, they ran it down, and their brig Juno is pretty exposed. Like we could have killed him. Like we hit a good wall there. We could have killed him. Instead, I mean, both our DPS are dead to just a raw ram walking in. Like, I feel like that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. That's not how I feel. It should not happen. So, even though we lost, like, also look at their DPS. Why, Blake? Don't give up the space for free. It's just a ram. You are on hazard. You have a shotgun. Shoot them.
Big man.
They literally they have a shit comp. Dog shit. Useless. Double flex DPS. Just shoot the tank a fuck ton, bully out their support resources, and then when we're set up for a nade or whatever, kill that shit. Because we have the indomitable human spirit backline. This shit will not die to a Tracer Genji dive. That shit is ass. That shit is ass.
And that, I mean, it's just not having a hit scan. Like, I feel like I've learned this more recently and playing some more ranked, is that you really just can't beat Hazard without a hit scan to take off his armor, like constantly.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah.
Sure. You know, you're gonna feel some pressure, but you're on a setup to heal you. I will either play here and give you some packs, and then I'm gonna back up. But almost always, I give you a fuck ton of packs at the start because you're the one taking all the damage. Mayana's not. She's fine. Mayana's fine. You and the Genji are not chilling. You guys want to engage, so I try to protect you two the most with your setup. So you need to be willing to hold this space with the mini, with your Ana, just existing into this comp. The other thing is that, as we've seen, Hazard's a really good counter diver. So, but this isn't really the comp for it. But like, also, mark the fuck out of this Genji, because their Tracer's gonna take the 8 years setup to even get on my Ana, and do nothing of value. Honestly, she's gonna try to get on these two more. Thus, useless. Thus, trash can. So, don't give up the space. I think the main thing. Don't be afraid to still re-engage before we have nade. What are you saying?
I think we should let them in super hard too, because I'm just sort of thinking with our setup, like,
I mean, sure.
I think it's okay if they take hotel. Like, actually,
this is fine.
We can pounce on them.
I think my main problem though is you died here. You died first.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not talking about what happened in this. I'm talking about like how we should do it next time, because we screwed up, obviously.
Well, I think that the angle here is fine.
Well,
The only reason Garrett even dies here is because we tried to engage there, and they didn't use their speed until after our engage failed.
Right. Well,
so then Genji can't get out, and they can just run in.
It's probably comp dependent, I'm not gonna lie, because the ram can't really get on our back line, so we would have to we can engage there.
I mean, ultimately, we maybe want to engage there to stuff them if we're like afraid of their poke taking wide outside of statue, but with our current comp, yeah, the Freya can just chill with the supports. We can let them go through hotel because then what the fuck
How
do
are they
do?
getting? Yeah. Now
Yeah.
they're in hotel, and I think we have a better engage / better nade angles on them there.
Yeah.
The only place we don't want to let them go is past statue and toward the staircase, like right there.
Yeah.
Like, but we can have a good engage
Actually,
if they try
even
to cross
there
the statue.
is
We
kind
can
of
engage
chill.
on them. Like if they are like right in the little cubby, like right there in between statue and the little pillars there. Like life is great. We can engage on them there.
I don't disagree that you can. We should. Okay. Here's what I'll say. I think that the engage here is like pretty optimal to a good amount of comps. We don't like a good amount of comps. We do not just want to let them set up and walk in. And so setting up for a first nade here is fine. But if we fuck up this nade, we can't let them in for infinite space. We can kind of, we need to poke them out to a degree. We can't just let them take hotel and this angle because we literally died to that. That is the exact reason we should not do that. We need to fight them until next nade cycle.
I think this time, again, you're not maybe taking into account the fact that we died to that, I think, just because we tried to engage too far up. I think the way to play Hazard here might be for Hazard to play kind of passive on statue and look for wall angles on either side of statue if they start to push up a little bit too far through main, like split their team. And then if we see them rotating around, speeding through theater, or whatever that's called, hotel, Hazard can just rotate through point and meet them on the other side. And then we're above them to start with Giga Freya spam and a nade angle. So I think it's fine to let them push up and just play responsively to which direction they want to take. Let them pick their poison.
Partially comp.
I feel like we're disagreeing on what I'm saying is that most, like, a lot of the times we don't know this comp is this comp, and there are a lot of comps we do want to engage here. This is what I'm saying.
Tell me, like, which comp would it be bad for us to give up hotel to? Because I can't think of one.
With the way we're playing, yeah.
Right.
Our whole team is on high ground except for me and Hazard, who, if they just initiate before we've gone in, we're chilling. I can dash out, Hazard can leap away, and we can go in immediately. It's like, okay, now they're there. And I feel like hotel is a great spot for us to pincer them in. Because, like, they're still walking into Ana nades in Freya spam. Like, they haven't changed that. More of what I'm saying with that.
But my
choke,
question is why not catch them on this rotate instead of letting them just rotate? Like,
well, it's because I think it is just
to get away.
I think it's like
they're deeper in.
What happens there is
harder.
Jake hits the nade on Juno, which unfortunately, like, you're right. Maybe if it was an Ana, she probably dies. I think the probability of one of me or Blake getting traded out against a better team is actually pretty high. Because basically, what happens if we're gonna hit a nade on the cross? What are they gonna do? Like, I think we still did it pretty early here. I think ideally you want to hit it when their supports are like not behind the wall. They're like past the choke, right? So yes, we did misexecute. I think it's still okay if they've made it like committed more in. Obviously, like this was just like we miscommunicated this one or mistimed this one. But like, even still, I think.
Listen, fine, sure. But
we don't need to let them into hotel, but
we don't need to let them into hotel. But what I'm saying is we fucked up like all our util here. We need to just sit here and slowly back. We cannot just like sure, the on an angle is probably too quick. That's not false. But my argument is once we've made that mistake, because sometimes we do need to nade first or nade aggressively. We can't just let the ram donk wall. Like, we use wall, we miss wall, and we also miss nade. So we have little util. My question is next, what does Genji have here? Which I assume is not much. No, you have both cooldowns. So, like, all I'm saying is we need to back now. Like, we're fine.
Happens?
And then Blake just leaves. Do you see what I mean? Again, Blake just leaves, and look at where they go. and you're gonna tell me again, like, this is what I'm saying. Don't give them this much space. Fight this a little bit. Like, a little bit, man. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you guys are not understanding that that's my argument.
No, we
Well, no, I
we
understand
get that. We're just talking about a different way to play it. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
I think we
what
should have
your
naded later.
appraisal-
Yes, obviously we should have naded later. Like, but also
That's
Blake
not
should have
what-
probably held the space. You know, I think Garrett, you probably can hold up here, or like back to here to
Yeah,
re-engage here, if that's what
I
we're
thought-
gonna do. Like, cause
I knew Genji was rotating through hotels, so I just wanted to mark him, which I did, but then I got exploded because their whole team just ran on me. Which, yes, I could have maybe set up farther back, but I'll say, generally, their team is all rotating hotel in this situation. If I'm staging on that height, I still need to walk to get any dash angle, like to hotel basically. So, like, I don't think any of the supports are just going to position where that Juno ring is for me to engage on.
that's
So,
true.
because that's the doom zone. But all I was saying, I think your appraisal of like what happened, what went wrong there was totally correct. All I'm saying is there may be some ways to where we can make it more consistent, where it's not like it's a lot more consistent to hit nades and collapse for me and for Blake.
So
and
wait,
easier for us to
easy
lead.
way. Here's the easy way. Okay, simple rule of thumb then. So what we're gonna do. I'm bringing this out. Fucking KR. So what you're saying is, first point, into a faster comp / backline, throw nade later. Into slow comp, throw nade earlier. They don't have speed. Catching them here is very good. They have speed. Catching them here is probably better. This is what my understanding is.
It's either there, or if they go where the ram walked on like that area instead of hotel.
This way.
Where?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, either there or like that in between where they just walked.
Here? What do you mean?
Yeah, kind of like there. Like where they had walked. They went where they went from instead of hotel. They just went in between the statue and hotel.
Here? Here? That's where I circled originally.
Oh, I thought you circled like after hotel. That's my bad.
Or here. Here when
Yeah,
they
okay,
are
that's stupid.
fast, because they will use speed ring to go through here. But when
Yes.
they are slow, make them here. Or here. Because again, this is what I'm saying. Like this, nothing is 100%.
Sure.
This is what I'm saying. Nothing is 100%. There's no maybe sometimes. I feel like your setup here is fine. But then the engage has to happen here. If Genji's set up here, I feel like you want to engage here. That's what the very clear thing I'm seeing here. If that's the engage angle, no, like. Why be set up here if you're not going to go here?
Well, I'm not usually on that height, I'll say. Because our supports are farther back, usually. And
I think
would be
engage,
able to
the
clear them
further
out.
forward we engage, the harder it is for supports to assist. So, I
I'm usually I
posted an
usually
image in WeScrim 3400 and the spots that I think make the most sense for Hazard to engage, like bait in and fight there.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Because, I mean, really, like, I think the only backline that we'll consistently own that walks in, like, in where we normally engage is, like, more sedentary Ana or bad backlines.
Yeah, that's what
where
I'm
they
saying.
kind of can't run. But,
Like-
I feel like a lot of teams play Juno Brig on the rush map, you know?
This is not. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. Like,
So-
again. And then also here, also very good. Though here is actually pretty difficult to nade.
I have to be set
It's
up.
difficult
Well,
to
I go
nade,
to the
but that's
window.
more like a
I
wall
go to the
spot.
window.
Safe for Hazard to play.
If they
and
rotate
engage there
behind the
if we ball.
statue, I have to start rotating to the window. So that way I can actually see the fight, I feel like. But
Those two spots are where Hazard Wall fits nicely and prevents, like, you could split their team.
Yes, I don't disagree. Basically what I'm getting out of first point, and we spent like 20 minutes here. It's just like all I'm saying is situationally, nade differently. Don't
my
just
God,
nade
what
one
is this?
spot. That's all I'm saying.
What the fuck is this log?
And then thus also, Blake, don't just always wrap to backline. Need hold space. Need fight tank. On hazard, need fight tank.
what?
Okay.
What is this image from? Overbuff?
Yeah, it's just a thing that has like the map.
Yeah, that's also like
Old
freaking
map
Overwatch
callouts.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
UI.
old. We memorized these in like the first Bama Overwatch.
Updated
Team.
Pre-Overwatch 1
11/19/16.
release. Yeah, pre-Overwatch 1 release
This is
is that what that screenshot's from. I'm pretty sure.
Dude,
No, this-
maybe we
that's
should
post.
get these layouts again to memorize.
they're so useless
Hell.
now. They're so useless.
Yeah, they're not.
I don't know. Blake would be happy.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
Blake would
But
be
I'm
happy.
not
Blake would be
memorizing.
very
Yeah,
happy.
if you want to go
15.
memorize Horizon Lunar Colony, go ahead.
I'm not memorizing
Thanks,
Back
man.
to
what
There
15
were
maps
not
we
this many
play,
maps.
14 maps we
Old
play,
one.
plus that rotates season to season. I'm not doing that. I'm not
Yeah.
memorizing 3 points per
I'm
map.
just not ready to
every
be
map.
committed for the game. I'm ready.
There
I
are
got
some of these that
server
are genuinely helpful.
Yes, obviously, but I think it's generally just call out what, you don't need to call clock. Who's calling clock?
No.
Or
no.
closet? But
No.
the rest,
No.
or alley. Nobody's calling that. We're calling back, or back right, back left.
No, but it kind of
I'd
no,
say.
because it actually helps. I think this Hollywood one is actually very helpful in differentiating
Dumpster.
hall and alley, or the different high grounds. I think some of these actually make a lot of sense, and they're worth having a mutual understanding on. But
But I feel like a lot of
it
these are
doesn't need to be
called.
perfect.
That
Juice.
server is wrong. That's security, and they're not server.
That's true.
That's security's fine.
I thought that was server. What is server then? What would you call server on this map?
Server, well, nothing.
There is no
No server.
server.
Then I would call that
Server's on
server.
Watchpoint Gibraltar. Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Server's
I've
easier to
heard
say than
this-
security.
I have heard this called
But-
server significantly more than I've heard it. Called
Everybody
security.
understands.
Yeah, I know what you're
regardless.
saying if they server because.
But I understand. I understand. You mean there's some but again, who's calling alley and not back mega?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm calling
that's
them
harder
Mega.
harder to describe.
It's not
Like-
false. But again, I'm not memorizing all of these. This one, it's not important.
Yeah, because whenever we would VOD review these, we'd say people hold general sections too. The tracer might prevent an alley flank, and it makes sense. Or maybe we
listen,
might play
I
somebody
get
to
the
prevent a
idea.
hall flank. You know,
I think standardizing very important areas of certain maps is
Yeah,
important.
like,
I
again-
think security, very important.
If
Cafe,
we're calling
very
here,
important.
has its place.
imagine where flank is. I mean, I still call this library or bookshop. Mega. High ground flank. There's a lot of things that can be just described by what
It's
it
just
is.
it's not it's
and an angle.
imprecise language is the thing. You can say high ground, and I can think of 10 different spots on second point where they might be.
Yeah, but I feel like it also depends.
Back
on
high
where you're fighting.
ground. Front high ground.
This is
Mhm.
this is fucking. I don't even know what I call this.
I'm about to
Top
go
of Mega?
learn.
I don't know.
All
Actually,
of
this
the
one actually
English
would make sense.
dictionary.
What is this
I
called?
call this.
Is that what-
I call that just high ground usually, and I call the other stuff window, that.
That one's called
window.
pub.
This one's pub.
Pub high ground.
Pub
It's
high.
because it's a pub.
Then just
Here,
main.
I will post the images for kings.
I would love that.
Most of my
actually.
callouts are contextual. The high ground that we're all looking at is the high
I'm
ground.
sure.
Blake,
And you know,
Riley.
When I say high
You know-
ground, I mean the
Yeah.
high ground we're all fighting.
I want to tell you right now, Blake
Hey, look,
loves
guys.
your contextual call
Oh,
outs.
I'm sure he loves
He
them. I'm sure he
loves
loves
Over
it
there.
when I'm sure when
Over there.
I'm sure he loves when I
I
ping
feel like
the
all
winning
that needs to
Diana,
happen for
who is-
Dude.
I feel like these are too depth, but
He
your
can't
callouts
take
are
a ping
too.
for anything. That man does not see pings.
Tracer's
Look
like,
at
oh,
that,
yeah,
I think that's
oh,
fair.
yeah.
I think that's fair.
Literally.
To be fair-
Literally.
okay, no, but if you were calling
Tracer
like,
here.
If this guy called high
Over
ground
here.
right here, what would you say? Like, what would you think it would be? Because I would think
Oh, hold up.
here, because this is generally the flank angle. That's my thought process.
Eh,
Like, that's all I
Well,
think
if the
about.
cart is there,
if I'm seeing them, maybe.
sure.
Yeah.
If we are right where we're at right now, like on the cart, then and you said height, then maybe I would think that. But normally I just say window. Like if
Yeah,
they're in that
I
little
like
window
window.
over there.
Windows fair.
I agree with that.
Because, like,
Also,
if I'm calling here, like, fucking, like, I don't know. Like, again, I feel like it's also,
If
like,
it's-
I
I
called
got it.
contextual pings, but I feel like calling over there versus calling, like, left side height,
right here.
left flank. This also, like, this general flank, left flank. Main high ground.
The thing is,
Man.
that
I mean, do we not do that
Like-
where we just say they're flanking off
if
left?
they're in a place of note, usually I'm gonna say what that is. But sometimes if they're in just some really weird room or in like a non-standard location that doesn't have a mega or a mini, I'm just gonna spam ping and say they're on my ping. You know?
Yeah, like,
Like,
I,
they're right
I'm just
here.
gonna call,
'Cause
like, if I have somebody on me, I'm either gonna call the pack I'm on, and then the degree of where they are from cart, looking at the way we are either attacking or defending. That's
You
how
know
I
what?
describe
Actually,
stuff.
you know what? Low key, this is the way that we get everyone to learn these. Since Blake wants it so bad, we get Blake to memorize it, and he starts using it, and then we learn it as we play with him more.
Sure,
Yeah.
I could do that.
That's how you
agree.
actually get everyone to learn it.
Honestly, that's a decent strat. Because if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna memorize it if we never
Same.
use it. So he can memorize the random ass corner.
I do kind of
If he
think
if he
it could
comes
help
in
us
with it,
out a
I
lot. I
he
think it
comes
could help
in-
us out a lot.
Well, listen, if he comes in and is able to call out and he says they're freaking cash CCTV and he points to some random ass corner.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
We immediately all turn like robots in unison.
they're in open area.
Yeah,
He
it's
said,
like they're open
"Yeah,
area.
we know."
They're square. They got square
They're
hatch.
square stairs. Like, I'm gonna be like, you know what?
Look, I'm
I don't
gonna
really know where
invent
that
a new
is.
call out right now. You know the mini between like me and Hazard, and those hallways
where?
Right there.
right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
We're calling that Z from now on. The hallways.
Z.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Blake.
Because it's a
Perfect
squiggly.
timing.
Listen,
It's
listen,
the-
listen.
we have homework for you now.
Yes.
Hey,
And
Blake,
this
you're making
homework
Are we
Alright,
learning
will only-
callouts? Oh my god, we're learning
No,
callouts.
no,
Oh my
no.
god.
I'm on catwalk.
Wrong. You're learning
You're
callouts.
lear-
You're going to call them, and we're going to learn off you. You're going to teach us by just saying them, so we know where you're engaging. Thus, we will learn your callouts. There you go.
I
Now,
was gonna say,
You
I'm
really
engaging on the gastropub, and we're all gonna say, "What the fuck?"
You know what I'm saying? Listen, you memorize like this, like, and we'll figure it out.
yeah, like start memorizing coordinates, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'll
Engaging
collect
on 39 west, 14 north.
Heading east.
Heading east, heading
But,
east.
We are talking about like trying to standardize a couple things.
I think we should. I think it would
Good
help a lot.
engage.
I'm not learning it unless Blake.
I know.
Oh my god.
I know a lot of the old maps. The new maps I had to learn hard.
Yeah, you know the Horizon Lunar Colony callouts?
I know there. I forgot.
Are there
about
any
that. I do
call
remember.
out maps like this for the newer ones?
No,
You just make them up. I mean, like,
they stopped
Eh.
making them. So like we could make them.
Oh.
there's no standardized
okay.
ones, but we could
Hold
just
up,
make them
guys.
up.
I
That's
got
that's the
this.
reason why I said I'm
This.
making like the hallway that Tracer is currently in is now called Z. You know, this hallway, this is Z. We've made a call out.
It's
'cause it's in the shape of a Z.
Is Z.
Yep.
It's one of those things where I don't want to memorize a
Tracer Z,
call out
Tracer
for every random, weird, unused part of the map, but
But stuff where
Like,
people
wow.
generally hold, like this being called like walkway
Catwalk.
or
cat.
catwalk. It's called cat.
Yeah,
the
catwalk.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, catwalk is what it's called. Or that makes sense. Catwalk. That makes sense. Where I'm
Okay.
engaging Genji catwalk. That's fair. You know what? I can get behind that. But if we're calling fucking Zubamble roof, like I don't know, like I don't think we need that.
Most of the there's a lot of common places that are callouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this
the point
is
of
fine.
Or if they're also I also will call like in relation to health packs.
I think Kings Row is a great example of the usefulness of the callouts because there's so many like redundant high grounds here where saying hi is not descriptive
That's
enough.
fair. Because like, what is this one called? Hold on, let me find it.
It's called roof on the callout sheet. I don't know what I would call it if I had to describe
Top
it
subway?
better. Yeah, like top tons.
Top tons, yeah. Upper
Graffiti?
tons.
There's some graffiti here. You know,
Suicide.
Roof is pretty
Yeah.
easy to.
roof
Like this is the
easy to
only
say.
roof you can stand
No,
on.
you know what suicide is? It's that damn hallway on Surabasa on that one point. That's
Oh
suicide.
yeah.
Yeah, the death hallway. I mean, we already have a call out for that.
Yeah.
We do
We
the
call it death hallway.
Yeah.
the theater hallway.
I don't get it.
But, you know, our callouts
We're
can
still
be
engaging too early though.
kind of colloquial. So,
Yeah, we
This
don't-
is when I am just straight up useless because I can't hold right click. So
Oh yeah, I remember
oh
this.
yeah.
This
I
is
could just skip the
Oh.
rest of this because we just like.
This has
don't
been a
do
long
anything.
water.
Ready for battle.
It has, yeah.
I just
I
got
was playing
here.
soccer for 2 hours. And got back.
speed through the video, it's useless.
It's a lot of just rambling. I have notes.
It's like
Here are your notes. This is all you
Give
need to
me
know
that.
from the first hour and a
You should
half.
put, you should put the notes in the video, the YouTube video description.
They will be at the end of the YouTube video for like a couple minutes.
or we
And-
could also use the
and-
copy and paste function on your keyboard.
I will also do that. I'm just saying. There will be in the video. They will be both. Okay, so what are we playing here? What in the freak sauce?
What the freak?
Why didn't we just go freaker, guys? What's up with that?
3, 2,
Are we actually gonna roll out on this? What in the evil ass? What is this comp? Wait,
Yeah.
why are we on Zarya? Riddle me this.
Listen,
Batman.
man. I
think I wanted to right.
as we established in our reform, you know, to
Yes.
our streaming behaviors.
I am now
I
questioning
will never question
Zarya.
it, but now is the time.
What was the
Yeah.
thought process, Blake? I want to hear it. 'Cause
It was first scrub on new patch. I know she's got buffed. Wanted to try it.
okay. You know what? That's fair. I'd argue though, not good to ram. Not really easy to get on these guys. Tracer fucks you. It's not. I think also Zarya is not very good unless you play like a Zarya centric comp, such as you need
Cancer Reaper.
Casa Reaper, you need Lucio Kiri, you need
That's
like
not my problem.
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's your problem.
What I'm saying is though, if we're gonna play Zarya, we cannot play this comp. The rest of it is not great because it doesn't synergize well. Like maybe Genji Bubble, you know, cool. But this
That's
backline
what I was
has
thinking.
limited speed. I think Lucio is a 100% necessity with Zarya. 100% needed, no questions. I
I
think.
off the first fight. So.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just gonna like go over what we need if we're gonna run Zarya next scrim. We need probably Lucio, almost certainly. Probably Bap Kiri, either one. Bap is really strong in the meta right now. I'd say Bap is good. We should practice Bap Kiri next scrim. It is or Bap Lucio, I mean. Sorry. Because I think we just need to play it. It's like ridiculously strong right now.
Why is Bap good?
He's good into Juno, like generally. Lamp is good. Shift is good.
Okay.
A lot of
I don't know if there's something
Brawl is
changed.
Brawl is meta. Orisa is meta. Bap is good. That's about it. Bap gives Orisa more sustain than Juno does. Thus, Orisa can push harder. Thus, etc. But Bap is just generally good right now. People just
And a lot of
I'm
pressure
learning Joker
damage,
Queen.
too. He does a lot of pressure damage while still outputting a
yeah.
lot of
He
heal.
has a lot of damage. It's just the general
Big
rules of
numbers
why
guy.
Bap is good is because Bap the reasons that Bap is normally good. There's nothing.
He's always been good. He's always been strong, but it's just the meta, like what's good.
Right,
has
it's
It's
changed,
because
and
it's
he
mostly because
makes what's good now.
Orisa Cass got really good recently. Orisa Cass, Lucio / Brig, and Tracer got really good. And Bap's just very good at self-sustaining through Tracer. Does a lot of damage to Orisa. Can kind of duel a cask, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, you just kind of get pummeled. It's just hard to build charge into this comp as well, without like a super, like basically an inting player. You need somebody to int for you. But you say we swap off. You go Winston. I don't really like the Winston. I'll say it. Like, it forces your flex support to swap, and I feel like we want to brawl here. Like the way it's vibing. I'd say honestly, just go back to Hazard. Normally, just play him better. But if you aren't feeling Hazard, I mean, you can mirror Ram. I don't know if Orisa was banned this map, but fucking just lock Orisa, brother. She's just the meta tank for a reason.
Bomb ass character.
True.
She's strong, and she's easy. So, no harm
My
in playing
point
her.
stands.
They micro buffed her into relevance.
Like Life Weaver. Wait.
Maybe I'm wrong.
What'd you say? Okay.
Never mind. I was like, I think we actually do pretty okay here, and then I was like, wait, maybe I'm wrong. I was wrong. My fault.
Extremely loud incorrect buzzer.
Nu Vangada! This ends. Suffer as I have.
60 seconds.
Logan lives, thus victory and enjoy. Logan's just big gaming.
Watching. Or do I remember anything ever?
You just fucking didn't die, got kills. You did Freya.
Freya hit 2 buttons.
Nu Vangada!
You pressed M2, then M1, then M2, then M1, then shift, then M2, then M1, then shift, then M2, then M1, then shift, then E, then M2. Then
Remember Freya doing that.
Objective lost.
Okay,
Stop the
well,
payload.
we won Stagger Fight. Basically, we troll. Or they troll. We don't actually do anything of value.
Back up.
Like, that back jump's fine, by the way, Blake. Like, you just gave a little bit of space. It's fine. I think our backline does too much time on Tracer. We need to do the thing of fight Tracer but walk forward. Like, hold S in out of the Tracer into our team.
I do agree.
We do this a lot. It's like a classic. It's a classic Overwatch problem. But I mean, the problem was there. It wouldn't have mattered because we just died of the ram ult. But like, you know, generally we should be doing that more. Okay.
The Panda Express.
Yeah.
60 seconds remaining.
Top dive the height. Fine.
This ends now.
Now they just donk walk at us.
Team
I
kill.
remember like being like, I pressed deflect. I think I got pinged in.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh my god. I got one shot.
Ten seconds remaining.
Blocking satellite vector. Dodge this.
Get 2. That's big. We should destabilize now. Oh, my Genji's dead. This is the worst
I was
possible
deflecting.
option.
I
My
only had
honest dead.
deflect.
This is the worst possible option. Damn. Alright, well. I feel like we just played a terrible comp into the Ram. Rinasapi, we win. I'll go over Rinasapi.
I think all the ones that were close are worth going over. I don't remember if this one was close or not.
Me neither. Thus, I'm gonna watch it.
4, 3.
Yeah, we tried the Zarya after banning Tracer, but we still like this is better. Better backline. This is good. Problem is, again, we don't have like an int target. We don't like we need somebody to literally run it the fuck down. I don't feel like Genji does it all that well. At least not right now. You know what I mean?
He's okay. I mean, obviously Reaper is better at inting, but the problem is with what tanks are good. I feel like Reaper just does literally 0 into them, so he can't pressure them when he is in the back line. Like
Yeah,
after, like
I think
ideally,
in
I'm TPing
general,
on back line, right?
Zarya
I can't.
is
My
just
neutral is irrelevant before we TP in. With
Zarya
bubble.
is unfortunately kind of useless in this meta, and I think generally we should just play Lucio and play like Orisa if we're gonna brawl, or like maybe like Bat Brig on like the silly maps.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Also pretty good.
Just, I hate playing Reaper into Hazard and into Ram.
Like
So,
Ram isn't
and
that
into
good.
Orisa.
We actually neither team ran the Orisa the whole map, which is insane. Because again, he is
We've never
meta
really been
character.
playing it, but
We gotta play it because it's really simple. I mean, it is just kill shit.
Objective unlocked.
Or it's just live shit. I guess it's more accurate. Don't die to shit.
you're allowed to play really slow.
Yeah.
Orisa just can live forever.
Live forever. Don't get too aggressive. Like boom, you inted, but like Genji sucks at it because you just die. Like you're just fucking cooked.
Results not guaranteed if robot is
Tengo que
damaged.
irme. You're mine now.
Yeah, playing Reaper into Lucio is like agony and pain. Also,
Yeah.
'cause you just get booped away from anyone you want to kill ever.
So we saw Diva. I think Diva's fine. I still think Orisa's so good. We should just play Orisa. Rah. We'll be playing
It's an honest player.
Mooch.
Honest
What'd
and
you just
Diva
say?
cannot go in the same
What did
sentence.
you say? What did you just call it?
I'm
Diva?
kidding.
There is no honest
It's
tank.
called
bro. He
sarcasm.
He plays tank, bro.
Calm
There's no
down.
such thing as honest.
True.
Tank
Most
is-
dishonest role. Ha ha ha.
Nothing gets past me.
Instructions unclear.
No Vangada!
Vamos esculachar! Tear it down!
Man, their hazard just tried to cross the great expanse for me.
No Vangada!
Okay, so we punished the Freya for the flank. This is good. Oh, I fucking missed my shit. I'm dead. That sucks. Logan gets shitted. What?
Logan dies.
They're
too.
so
Watch my
obsessed.
perspective, man. They fucking
I'm not
they.
upset. I saw
okay.
what happened. You got solo EMP'd. I saw.
But no, they both of their DPS solo ulted me that fight.
I did see that.
And you
Yeah.
lived
But
both of
Freya
them.
missed.
That happened
Freya missed,
several
though.
They
times.
both, yeah. So they both kind of missed their shit. Is the reason
Well,
I'm alive.
yeah, a little bit. It was also just like
If Sombra were
solo.
better, I would be
Literally
dead.
like
Sombra
it was a
failed.
1v1 ult, but you weren't actually taking a 1v1.
Freya was very not goated, I recall.
She just really wanted it.
Well, like, not
Freya diff,
that.
Freya diff, Freya diff, Freya diff. Bow.
I instantly
Shitted
died,
on.
No
but I own the
Vangada!
Lucio. And Logan hits a huge ult.
That's humongouses. This is big by log. Another log sat classic.
Q button.
Your
Log
team
press
has
Q
lost
Yeah.
equals big life gains.
enemy forward spawn.
It's just crazy that I was full HP and Hazard just deletes me from the game instantly.
Yeah, he reminds you. We're
Yeah.
never truly full HP. We're
Oh,
always
that honest hero.
not just here within full HP. You are within.
Hazard is one of the most honest tanks. So true. Especially in deathmatch.
Oh.
What is my G-Man doing?
I'm in the freaking Juno Bowl. I just thought I'd live, man. I got like bursted by Curie headshots, but
Take this.
And the
Pokeball.
Pokebomb! What is the Freya doing?
I mean, like I said, man, I don't know what she was doing in
Every
general.
Pokebomb.
Logan was sending her to
Forced the
frauds
cart.
repeatedly. So. And this one, call.
And they didn't really want to play Freya, I don't think, this scrim.
No, I mean they were playing a lot of like Cass in both scenarios.
You're mine now.
Incoming fire.
What is this Sombra player doing, bro?
She's doing so much.
Literally,
Look,
Tracer
all
one
of the
trick-
attention. Look,
She's gaming for
Tracer
Hope
one-
Core.
No Vangada.
Tracer one trick off of the Tracer.
Oh my god, I thought my Juno was about to fall off the map.
me too. I thought
I high-key
I
thought you
saw
were
the double
the
jump
heck?
already out. I was like, oh, he's gone.
You didn't believe in me? What the
No.
heck?
They don't believe in us. God, dude.
So,
I think we called this pretty well. We said they had basically every ult and we had nothing. Sad
and we
face.
wanted to kite,
And we
Yeah, we
wanted
did.
to kite.
I recall.
we bait, and then we do actually.
Yeah, we do
It's like,
pretty good.
what?
We do the thing. So this is what I'm talking about. Blake plays really far up to bait out ults. It's a bit harder with the Sombra, but generally, like, you play really far up, and then you get sped back. In this case, by your Juno.
hmm
So you get sped back. Like, that's it. That's the whole idea. Blake plays really far up. Garrett kind of fake also baits, seeming like he's gonna go in. We're gonna get a pick on this guy. Huge. If we can't, we run the fuck away. Especially if they press Q. Blake's a little in the troll zone. A little slow to
This
back
is a
up.
different fight. I think it was a different fight now.
He got hacked out of his fly, I think, actually.
I mean, he did, but again, it's hard with the Sombra, but, you know, I think, like, once they start to engage, you kind of have to go this way. You know what I mean, Blake? Because, like, it's just hard. It's going to be hard, regardless, to get out of this and do the bait when they have all the ults. So,
I think we like. Maybe I just die on cart.
you kind of just die, and we try to get out. Or Logan trades. I remember he says, I'm going to trade out! And then he does. And he uns the other guy.
We
and
die on
then
cart that our supports might live.
And we do live. We so chill. We force ram for him. Such a big form waste.
This guy was just forming all over the place.
He's
Oh,
forming it
It's
up,
true.
man. He took space with
I'm
it.
forming it.
Enemy forward spawn.
He's straight up forming it.
Okay, so
Oh,
I think we
I'm
call here. We're gonna
forming
play
it.
main. They still have 4 ultimates, almost 5. So we like kind of just need to hope and pray we can hold this. We actually have butt scratch. We have butt scratch still. I think we call that. That as long as we fight before butt scratch, we're fine. We take the fight, probably lose to ults. They have to butt scratch, and we get another fight before they even hit 70 meters. Or we get a hero pick.
No
Boom.
Vangada.
Oh,
Lucio
my
down.
backline.
Oh, log down. I do remember that flank.
I remember I marked this angle for the Sombra, and then you guys got flanked, and I was like, this is my bad. I should have.
They still use Ramel for some reason.
Don't worry, I got the Freya. I hit a log classic.
Let's
I traded it out.
go.
Very good.
I think I live this.
Enemy forward spawn room activated.
Miraculous.
Because now they got butt scratch. And
Now they bug butt
they're
scratch?
waiting for people.
Wait, maybe I don't live this. What am I doing up there?
You should be fine.
Nah, I'd win.
Okay, so again, about 70 meters before we can recontest. And Blake gets staggered pretty rough. It's like, we're still fine. We still have another, like, probably one this fight and then one next. So,
Somewhere down.
Sombra is dead. So they just have support ults now. So we should try to blade in as quick as possible. Maybe even Ajax if we can. Oh, or that. Okay, now we high key don't need all. We could just play fast.
Why argue when you can
Stabilize, kill a ram, everyone else leaves. This is fair. Yeah. Okay, they do the same thing that we did. They just fucking dipped. Okay. Lucio is a troller. What he doing? What you doing? Wait.
He
You
been
should-
trolling.
Wait, what?
He
is
been
that
trolling.
kill? And the oh, the Kiri doesn't die.
Kick
Yeah.
him once, shame on you. Pick him twice, shame on him.
Easy block at the virus by my shield. I'm just so much smarter than the Sombra player. I'm 3 steps
Top
ahead.
10 Brigitte plays.
Top 10 Brigitte plays. Blocking.
Number 1.
Okay, so now we have 5 ults. They have 3. So what we should do is probably bait the rush. Wait for it to like half expire. Juno ult in. If they beat, we can just like we can L Poco bomb, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, Poco bomb.
Blake is L feeding bomb.
Apagando las luces.
Okay. This is kind of okay. We've pressed Q 4 times. They've pressed Q once. We've
Nice.
lost 2. Oh, hero play. Okay. That should not be a 1 fight. Okay.
I think we called it. Like, this is actually a really good position for Blade.
No. I don't disagree.
We knew that this was working out.
We knew that we were winning that. We had a lot of winning positions there. Oh, and they go
I
big.
think-
Troll City.
Well, what happens is like it starts off okay, gets a little dicey.
I think the main
and
thing
we
is
all
that
kind of queue at the same time.
yeah. I think that we just I think we fight planned as if they're gonna Kiri first, not Sombra. Because I mean it just did it.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
think the big
right.
thing that we have to remember is that EMP is also an engaged ult that they're gonna use. They probably won't engage with Beat because they know we have Blade. They know so what they're gonna do is they're engaged with one of the 2. And we didn't have a fight plan with their Sombra. We have to think about that stuff. Mainly me, because again I'm alt fight planning, so assuming like I need to be on top of that. For sure. Okay, we push cart for a couple meters.
Here's where we kite very
We
awesome.
kite. Because now all they have is rush. So now we probably same fight plan as before. Okay, they're Sombra trolls. They're probably still gonna rush. 'Cause-
狐の影
There it is.
ムーバンガダ
Okay, both Nuvangadaj come out. How is my G-man dead? Wait,
Rod died. I got my ass beat, I guess. Guess we'll never know.
Oh, that's
How
not
is that
over.
still a bug? Small
knows?
indie company. Ah, I don't get it. One might think that they would fix it after numerous patches, but they would be
No.
thinking incorrectly.
It's true. Did we only do how many maps did we do this script?
This was the freaking dumb, stupid idiot
Dissertation team.
1, 2, 3,
That
4,
they kept
5,
freaking-
6.
They didn't even
Like-
put in our bands and shit.
kept pausing.
Oh.
We did 6 maps. We did the
Coach was
standard
their
6 maps.
coach was a bum.
Do we watch
Like-
Slavasta?
No. I haven't watched
That
it.
one I remember being close.
Okay, we'll go over Sarah.
I
That's
mean,
the
it was
last
3-2.
map. So, yeah, worth.
Ready for
Okay,
battle.
let's see what we do.
This one, from what I recall, is one where we troll, like we get owned early, but then we adapt well.
Yeah.
But like we have a hard time on what we roll out on.
So, fucking, we did the TP. We on a Lucio. I'm more and more hating the Ana Brig on a Lucio, like, on this map. I think if we're not gonna dive, shit sucks. And we generally don't dive.
Do we just start Lucio, Kiri?
I think so. No, I think
don't
we start
think- I think it-
Bap Lucio.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess now.
So,
What is it with our scrim freaking opponents just being so horrible with freaking Vod reviewing and stuff and scrim and just timing?
Ready
Like,
for battle.
I feel like
I mean, we
it's-
got 6
It's
maps
just,
in.
it's
I
just
don't
the
even
state
think
of
that's.
modern Overwatch.
I don't think that's that. Like 6
Yeah,
maps
true.
is
I
I think
fair.
you might be right.
3 maps an hour is like normal. That's like not that crazy of a rate. Like that's fine.
But remember how much it was. We probably could have gotten 4 minutes an hour.
I mean, probably, but like I feel like you have like the standard is 3 maps an hour though. Like expecting more is like you get some time to bot review to chill.
But this
I don't
German
care.
would
We
kind
have
of-
team.
Roll the maps.
Literally, they're the weaker team.
Yeah.
point unlocked.
Hold on. Let's watch this again. Let's watch setup. Because setup again was the thing with dive that we are. Okay, so first thing. Your man's here. This is bad.
I TP'd. I
TP'd.
TP'd. So I am there.
Yeah.
Go this way. Don't go the
But-
same way as
Oh,
backline.
we're not engaging there, though.
Are we not? Would we not engage here?
That's not usually where we set up. I don't believe that's what happens. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Like, still, don't stack on backline. You're chaser. Go other ways.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
I feel like we always set up to stage to dive here. Am I wrong? Like, is that not always what we do? Like every time with the ball comp is Blake sits up like either out here or in right to go here. Am I crazy? Like I thought that's always what we did. So
What we do.
that's what
I
we
feel
I
like
should
don't know
we
if
do
we have a
that.
thing that we always do.
that's what we should be
We do.
doing is setting up to dive this angle. Like that's definitely
Yeah,
what
maybe-
should happen.
Maybe
Is,
I could. I guess I could path a lot differently there, but the thing is, I guess I'm. At least right now, it gets kind of awkward because right now I'm kind of hunting this Sombra a little bit, or at least we calmed that Sombra was like, or we forced her invis and marked her. I'm trying to mark Tracer as well.
Flashpoint unlocked.
logo dead.
This is so sad.
They just
Zombie
engaged
comp.
first. We never really set up for an engage.
And for us to really engage on.
Yeah, that's the main problem. And then I think we do recognize that and then swap.
Yeah, I think we say we're swapping like instantly. So
Yeah, well, it kind of takes us a while to, if I remember right. I remember we kind of struggle first 2 points on this map.
I don't know, is it really that hard to engage in this comp?
yeah.
Why? Moira equal free kill. Moira easy engage. Thus, Kiri easy engage because of no help. Thus, entire team easy to kill.
I think what was happening here was
They
that,
have the 10 times weaker backline than us. They're in a full
right,
dive comp. I think
but
that into the dive, we should win this. We should be fine. This should be a fine matchup for us.
that's not how it ends up working out, but
I don't disagree, but why? I mean, talk about swaps, but like, what do we do in
Like,
the matchup we are
see.
playing that
let's
is
see.
bad? Because
Maybe we just dive on the wrong people, or take. I
Like,
think they just.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but if
I
if
think
it's
we
hard to
just-
get onto the Moira to
I
beta
remember.
fade to start, then
Like we were killing their Moira. I remember. It's just I feel like we were trading. Like I feel like we were actually slaughtering their freaking Sombra.
so their
man,
Sombra's
too.
dead.
It's the second time we killed her.
Noob
Freya's
down.
here.
Let's keep watching.
play baton. Play baton.
I'm thinking.
Stop! Ah.
Engage. On a dead.
I couldn't get on point.
Death. I don't know. I think we did that pretty poorly. I go back. I watch now.
I think we just wait too long when we engage. We take too much poke.
Really into this comp, pushing this choke is hard. Am I wrong? Into a dive. Because they're going to set up to go like here. They're all pushing really forward.
Yeah. Well, we did just kill their Sombra, so I think right now we can just play slow and. So,
Yeah, we just have to chill. Take a fuck ton of space. Yeah, I again, I think, Anna, you're looking too far back for me.
Face me.
Sting.
You know, they're both maybe like chasing a little bit too much.
Yeah. Cause yeah, I feel like that whole engage was just if we heal Blake, we win. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
Jake
he
and I
never
need
had
to go
armor
forward.
before engage,
Yeah.
so Doom just killed him.
Okay, where
Traded
the
him
fuck
out.
is the point?
Same page.
Just heal Blake.
Flashpoint
Okay.
unlocks in 10 seconds.
狐の鍵爪を解き放て
Flashpoint unlocked.
Big prize!
Easy. This is your warning. Rocket punch.
Apagando las luces.
Fend for themselves.
Pretty sick.
Gale the Mahal.
This made me sad.
Dodge this.
They're just winning the dives.
Temple. Next, flashpoint garden.
I think we have a lot more success when we get off on it here.
Yeah.
This is what happens because we're on it for a lot of that. I think when they're 3-2-1-ing all in.
Yeah. They are just like inting.
Yeah. We can even kind of live. We just win.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
It's high noon. Draw.
Flashpoint unlocked.
Or what I say, Orisa is the meta for a reason. Bro, he went for the clip. I remember that.
I do. It's like actual freak behavior.
He's just clip farming.
I hate Doomfist players. They always do it. It's like,
But now we're like hyper chill because we have no problems. Now there's nothing wrong with our comp.
Yeah. What's nice about this comp is it gives me time. I can actually spend time marking Tracer,
Yeah.
like, and actually just doing that.
Because you can mark Tracer. They now chose literally anti-cat or cast easy farm. Like now everything is farmable by cast. Sombra was too. And now like we don't need to worry about like anything. There's no problems. They basically took full comp swap because we full comp swapped to counter them.
Garden. Next, flashpoint palace.
Get a quick rotational. I go height with my log. Mission A,
Flashpoint
care
unlocks
log.
in 10 seconds.
Mission B, care Jake.
Mission B. get struck by pulse bomb.
I was so sad by this because I could have sworn.
Secret mission.
Hold on, I just want to see something.
Let me help you with that.
Dude, I literally it's ping. I had my shield up on my screen, but it's just not enough time. I dropped it, held S. I should have, dude. Smartest thing I could have done is actually when I realized I got thing, bash into the wall, drop into the wall, and then I would have been fine.
Can you actually do that? That's like a thing.
Well,
You just drop the
yes,
pulse
you could
into
drop it in the wall. You can,
Fire.
but also it's also just a shorter bash distance, which is like
Yeah.
chill.
I shouldn't expect that to like actually be.
Yeah, it's like an old Rhine strat. You used to like try to steal pulses on Rhine and shove them into walls because it's like, lol. But you can do it on break too. It's just a bit harder.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, I was soul reading this tracer on the frickin' pulse bombs the entire game.
Easy.
Okay. So, are we taking height? We are taking height.
Just scaring the tracer off a little bit.
This is fair. This is fine. So you get a free kill. I think again, we're still a little hung up on her though. Like once we're sped, we should just walk. We need to just not care about her. Like I literally just fucking die because I'm so obsessed with her. I need to get that. I need to like fucking lock in, ignore the tracer more.
Draw.
Like I can't just ignore her, but okay, I think we clutched this up.
Destroying projectiles.
Yeah, we do get the flip, which is big. We killed the tracer. You can do the same thing with anything stuck to brig, by the way. You can also stick the Freya bolts into the wall. It's pretty cool.
Neat.
Okay. But we have enough time. We're gonna have to fight without the Blake though. So we should probably alt. We alt log. We super care log. Help log at any cost. I kill log. Log only gets punched there because I got punched and the thing's radius is humongous.
They just aimed everything at me, so
I mean, yeah.
possible to live.
But hey, we won because of
On
it.
the other hand, they aimed everything at me, so everybody else is still alive.
Exactly. Okay, so now we should just chill. Terra log on the return. Surely doesn't get spawn camped by an ego tracer.
No. He's scared.
Remember, I think I called her.
Easy.
Doing that, and then we
Yeah.
try to flush her out.
We're chilling.
Oh,
I think you two get
She-
her.
Yeah, she over engages.
Maybe not this fight then. I remember you guys do
Well,
kill her.
I think Garrett's now engaging because she has no recall and he has it.
Yeah.
She got
Well, no,
yeah.
it makes sense why. So now you're super ego fighting her,
Oh,
and then we kill,
another recall.
we kill Doom. We speed and engage so they can't touch. Or I guess we just like fight before they can fight. The tracer gets a touch.
Yeah, we chase her down like Giga here. I think I solo ult her. I solo ult somebody else.
Palace.
noob. Nah.
Oh, you do. You
I
saw
think
this
in
Doom.
this-
I
in
remember.
the duel with this tracer, what would happen is I would use more util than her,
Oh
and
no,
I'm
you do
marking
ult the
her
tracer.
super
Yeah,
hard.
the Doom must have been a
And
different.
then
I'm like,
she would
she's
just
not getting
run.
out.
Fuck you.
She just would end up running a lot. Like she would always like.
Flash
Oh my
I
poor
feel like
Yuno.
in 10 seconds.
I just got exploded from the very balanced hero.
Flash
Who, Kiri?
Yeah.
I'd agree. She's pretty balanced. She's pretty weak right now.
Almost as balanced as Hazard in Deathmatch.
A Hazard in Deathmatch is just, honest. Or said it was balanced.
Mm.
Yeah, they literally have nothing except Cole, so they have nothing. Useless, all useless
Actually,
character.
was ultimate ability.
We have Doom dead. We have Life good. Do I ego go for the stun? I do this a lot against Mars and ranked. No, Blake gets it. Should be
Tracer
there.
win rate is one of my lowest because I usually don't start her.
It's
Smartest Doom play.
10,000 IQ.
See? I mean, like, dude, Soul Read Part 5. I know she's doing it. I heard her and I was like, yeah, there you are. I didn't know she would. I honestly thought she would pulse me, but I thought that she was going to be, you know, still. I hate this Tracer player. She's so fat. I hope she watches this video. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're now in the driver's seat. They have EMP, it's the only scary thing. But if we can get
I
a
just
pick
chase her off.
before-
I literally send her off to the mega and then go engage right now.
and then boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Currently their tracer is
Somehow
coming
my
back
log's
from
dead.
mega
My
on
poor
our
soul.
spawn.
My lord.
Care my log. My Doom forgets to touch. Skull emoji. Okay, what's up?
Playing for
Esperanza?
KD, let's be real.
Actually, do I even want to
Doom
watch this
this
map? Don't we
players.
own this map? What happened?
I'm pretty sure I played Echo. I remember.
Ready.
Don't remember this map?
This was our end of scrim kind of funny no ban map.
No ban.
Oh yeah.
But there is
I
a
just
reason
played
why
it.
we need to watch this
Figure it
map. There is a reason why we need to watch this map.
It's because they're Moira's trolling
I
and
remember.
saying
I know.
question
No,
mark.
Jack knows why.
I
Jack
know.
knows why we need to watch this.
Oh, actually, I remember.
I know about something that happens
But-
right here.
Yeah.
Right around there.
Number 500.
Objective unlocked.
Okay.
Oh, the pulse.
Oh, the pulse, he says innocently.
Oh, yeah. It's a pretty nice
E
stick.
pulse.
Hey, I was just trying to group us all up so that we could all get cleansed at once.
True, we did have a Kiri with
Wait,
cleanse.
wait, I need to see this.
You hear
Not
like
even
Davis
there.
like,
Wait, you weren't there.
Not even.
me and Jake
I'm
both
on
go like,
cart.
"Woo!" And we
I'm
walk
on
away.
cart, so I'm not
Like,
even meant
Got
to be
three
there.
people?
Well,
I got a big pulse, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Log actually was going crazy with the pulse.
Uh-huh.
I can't
I
lie.
happen to notice he might not be on Tracer.
I even said on chat, this is my play of the game, not yours.
Yeah, he set that up.
Okay, so far, Blake is on